What's up, y'all? It's Ty. In this video today, we're going to be going over and talking about our top 10 linebackers that we do have right now in college football 25 Ultimate Team. Now, these are just going to be the top 10. Most of these guys are going to be relatively expensive, but there are also some really solid budget options for like 30,000 coins that, with Kyle Thornton, Jack Campbell, that you can go and get. Even like a Bradley Chubb, I personally still really do like, but is just not going to make this list. Now, smash that subscribe button if you are new. Michael Williams started first. The problem with Michael Williams is this. He's good at one thing, getting after the quarterback. He can't play in coverage whatsoever, but I guess he can get after the quarterback and play the run. I should say that. Good block shed, good power move, decent speed, good acceleration, good strength. Has a lot of good things going for him, but I feel like when I've used Michael Williams, he just hasn't led me to a whole ton of success. And I'm not saying that the card's unplayable. I'm not saying he's bad, but when you compare Michael Williams to some of the other top guys that we do have into the game at the linebacker position, I just think there are some better overall options. So that's kind of my personal opinion on Michael Williams. If you want to run this card, again, by all means do it. But he is not one of my top 10 linebackers. Coming in at my number 9, this one's going to surprise a lot of people, is Micah Parsons. I still, to this day, think Micah Parsons is one of the most complete linebackers in the entire game. 6'3", great speed, great block shed, decent enough power move to get out after the quarterback. And guess what? If you occasionally throw him in coverage, he's okay. 73 zone coverage, honestly, isn't the worst. When I've used Micah Parsons, I've had so much success with the card. I don't personally have him anymore just because, again, my team has kind of gotten better and better as we have went through things. But when I did use this card in Season 1, he did lead me to quite a bit of success. And for his value, like 40,000 coins, I think it's tough to beat what Micah Parsons can do on the field. Coming in at my number 8, Harold Perkins Jr. I'm sorry, Harold, for what I said about you in Season 1. I wasn't familiar with your game, especially that 87 speed. I guess I didn't realize how valuable that was. 87 speed for Harold is immaculate. 87 acceleration, great finesse move, good pursuit. Gonna get after the quarterback. The thing I don't like about Harold is playing in the run game, he is going to absolutely stink. The 71 block shed is absolutely horrible and is something that people do need to realize is going to be pretty bad. Honestly, in coverage, he's not the worst because of that 87 speed either. At the outside linebacker position, I am kind of gaining a lot of respect for Harold Perkins Jr. as this game does go on and on. Getting just great overall speed, decent change of direction, does a lot of things really, really well on the field for me. He does play for me right now, coming in at my number 8. And then the best part about the card is he is absolutely free. At my number 7, we're plugging in Payton Wilson. 87 speed, 87 acceleration, really good tackler. Thing for me with Payton Wilson is he's a guy you can throw out on the field and just trust. He's not going to be great in coverage, which does need to be kind of realized here. But he's got great speed, great acceleration, going to be a great tackler as well. Don't like the block shed, don't really like the coverage, and honestly, his pass rush isn't great either. The only thing Payton Wilson's going to do is bring a lot of speed to you guys on the field. I think it's important to realize that he does do that, but there are downsides to this card as well. Definitely is not perfect, definitely not a top 5 or so linebacker in the game, but I got like a BND Payton Wilson, and he absolutely still could play for me for the time being. Coming in at my number 6 here, DJ Wesselak. You got to know what you're getting with this card. To me, he's like a better Michael Williams, right? He's got 86 speed, 85 acceleration, really going to get after the quarterback with the best of them. Also can play really good against the run. Change of directions, not good. In coverage, absolutely horrible. So you've got to know what Wesselak's going to do for you. Honestly, my opinion, you want to make sure he's blitzing on every single play, whether it's in the pass rush, whether it is playing the run. You want to make sure he's on a blitz. So if you do want to run him at the defensive end position, you also could do that. Because I do think DJ Wesselak is really, really solid. It just really comes down to what you're specifically wanting at that outside linebacker position. I really like this card. I've never actually used him, but when I'm looking at his stats, I think he's going to get after the quarterback, plays decent enough in the run game. Just overall is a solid option for me, coming in at number 6. At number 5 is a card that I'm currently running on my team. It is Brian Bosworth. Now, yes, I like Bosworth compared to Payton Wilson. It's why he's this high. The only thing I don't like about Bos is that change of direction. The 73 change of direction is horrible, but he's 6'4", good speed, good acceleration, great tackler, good block shed, and great in zone, and decent in man coverage as well. To me, a just complete middle linebacker on the field that is going to be tough to outdo. Genuinely, that's how I feel about Brian Bosworth. Think this card is a absolute beast, an absolute stud. And for me right now is my middle linebacker that I am running in champs as well as Gauntlet, and he has led me to a decent amount of success so far. Boz is the real deal in college football 25 Ultimate Team. At my number 4, Tyler Grubs. If you compare his stats to Boz's stats, Boz might be a little better in zone coverage. Everything else Tyler Grubs is going to do. He is one of your more complete linebackers in the game. 86 speed, 86 acceleration, great getting after the quarterback, good tackler, can play the run game, decent enough in the pass game as well. To me, when you're looking at outside linebackers, Grubs is one of the more complete ones in the entire game. If you are a guy that runs like your outside linebackers to sometimes blitz, sometimes sometimes playing coverage, Grubs is going to be one of your better middle linebackers for you. Now, that is just the facts of the situation. Now, with that being said, I currently don't run the card because he's 250,000 coins. That is a ridiculous price for Grubs, but this card is absolutely elite and a top 5 linebacker for me right now in the game. Coming in at our number 3, I'll always love you, Colin Oliver. Colin Oliver, 86 speed, 85 acceleration. Great at getting after the quarterback. Great playing the run. He has an 87 zone coverage as well. I'm in love with Colin Oliver. And if you don't know, you soon will. I hype this card up more than any other card in the entire game. This card is immaculate. 111,000 coins on Xbox right now. 6'2", going to be the perfect cover outside linebacker. Meanwhile, he's going to be able to get after the quarterback with the best of them. I don't know why people do not gas this Colin Oliver card. I genuinely don't. To me, I absolutely love this card. I think this card is a card that's going to play for me until somebody like him comes out. Somebody with the 87 zone coverage, great speed, great tackler, can play the run game. There's literally no flaws in Colin Oliver, and that's why he's got my respect forever. At my number 2, Makai G, I don't even know how to pronounce his last name. 86 speed, 87 acceleration, gonna get after the quarterback with a great power move and gonna play in the run game. Insanely good. Now, do I like him more than Oliver? I think it's honestly a coin flip. Probably the thing I like about him is his acceleration is higher, his change of direction is higher, and again, tackling wise, he is elite. 77 zone coverage isn't bad either, is going to be able to play zone coverage as well. So I think between him and Oliver, it is kind of a coin flip for me. Oliver probably going to play play coverage a little bit better. Again, Makai is a little bit quicker with the good acceleration, better change of direction. So I really think it is preference based between the two cards. To me, it's hard for me not to put this card higher just simply because of the acceleration factor and the change of direction. So those two things, obviously, I really do like this card. And honestly, you could run them both at the linebacker, at both your outside linebacker positions, because they can both get after the quarterback, both play decent in the run game, and both obviously play decent in pass coverage as well. Coming in as my best linebacker in the game right now, we're plugging in Sha Doak. I love this card. The only downside to him is he's 6 foot tall. That's the only downside. Like when you're comparing him to Bosworth, for example, Doak is a lot shorter. But look at the speed, look at the acceleration, look at the tackling, and he's decent in zone coverage as well. The only thing he can't really do is rush the quarterback. So that's the one thing about it is if you have your middle linebackers blitzing, he's not going to get after the quarterback, and his block shed is a little bit low as well. But if you want a good user, guys, Doak is going to be one of the best, if not the best user in the entire game. I mean, just absolutely perfect throughout the, across the board. Again, just do wish he was a little bit taller. Do wish maybe his block shed was a little bit better. But that's not going to stop me from hyping this card up as your best linebacker in the game right now. Now, across the board, again, there are some decent budget cards like Jack Campbell. Definitely a solid budget card because he is 6'5". Kyle Thornton can do a little bit of everything. Can get after the quarterback. Not great, but going to be great in coverage. So just find a linebacker that works for you. All linebackers are different. Like Chandler Martin, another card. It's going to get after the quarterback pretty well. but not going to be good in coverage. He is free, so obviously you can run him if you do have him. But just go up and down the linebackers, see who does work for you. If you have a B&D Bradley Chubb, this card can absolutely play as well. So just see what works for you, because there are a lot of great linebackers in this game, and it's not just a one-size-fits-all equation. That's going to wrap it up for our video. Let me know your thoughts on my linebacker list down below in the comments. Drop a like on it. Subscribe if you are doing. As always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.